What we really want to know, can it shoot fast? The answer is yes. That's sick. We need more bullets. What's up, YouTube? We're out here at Cowtown Range today. We've got a special treat for y'all. We're doing a video reviewing the brand new Glock 45 Gen 6 against my tried and true trusty competition, Walther PDP Pro X. To make this a fair fight, we have made this as similar to my Walther as possible. It has got the radium ramjet, it's got a big old Vortex Defender red dot, and we've got the Surefire on the front. First impressions, I do like this gun. I think it shoots really well. It's also the first Glock I've ever owned, and I've got some thoughts on that compared to the Walther because I've been a Walther guy my whole life. Overall though, if you just want to get to the end, my thoughts, I think it's a great gun. It's definitely worth picking up if it's your first Glock. I don't know if it's worth getting an upgrade over the Gen 5 or before. I've not owned those. I love this one though. It shoots fun. I don't think I'm going to switch from my Walther for any competition stuff, but this is definitely a fun range toy. All right, what's new with this? They've changed the grip profile. It is now more rounded over, and it's got nice new stippling on it. As a first-time Glock owner, I really appreciate that. That's kind of one of the things that's kept me away from buying one in the past. And you might be saying to yourself, Brandon, why are you trying to compare a Glock to a Walther that is kitted out? It is a significantly better gun. Well, Glock has finally made a stock version of their pistols that you don't actually need to upgrade. I will say one of my major complaints with it compared to the Walther, it's just everything about the Glock, it's super soft. It feels squishy to me. I've never owned a Glock before. I've shot them, but I've shot kind of Gucci'd out Glocks, so I don't have a comparison for stock Glocks except for this. Everything is just kind of squishier. Even the mag release, it's just kind of, you know, not as tactile, not as crisp feeling. So it's one complaint I have with the Glock, but it doesn't detract that it is a phenomenal pistol out the box. Did I add the radium ramjet and afterburner onto it? Yeah, of course, because I have a comp on the Parker Mountain Machine comp on my Walther, and I wanted this to feel as close to that as I could for testing and just range fun. What else is new? Let's see. Besides that trigger and those nice deeper serrations. You know, from what I'm told, it comes with the same old plastic cheapy sights on the back. But everybody puts an optic on stuff now, so why do you need to change that? And it saves money. The stock barrel was actually very accurate. I liked it a lot. Like I said, I wanted this to feel like my Walther. Put that ramjet on there, and it's great. We got to practice this because this is stuff I was not good at the tactical games. So you could see me and hear me miss. Sometimes hit. Let's give the Walther some love because it's my favorite. Oh, baby. Riding that slide release. No lock back. That's my fault. Let's get a fun old bill drill in here, because that's what everybody likes to see, you know, internet, YouTube fellas. That was weird. That was actually pretty freaking good. Slow off the draw, bang. Let me give myself a little pat there. 2 seconds flat. That's actually really good. Shit. Oh, I was ready to bag on this thing for being slow. All right, let's do it again. See, that is part of the issue I was talking about with the trigger. Just squishy, different. I have found that I get trigger freeze with this pistol more than others. As you can see, that was all alphas. You can't see it, you heard it. 206. So really not bad either, but that could have been fast, and we want fast. The internet wants fast. As somebody who's never shot Glocks, and what is it? Everyone's complaint. Oh, the Glock grip angle, the grip angle. I don't like the grip angle. Honestly, it took almost no time getting used to that. As you can see, I've been doing pretty good there. Do I prefer the Walther grip angle and the just normal flatter? For those of you that aren't sure what I'm talking about, whoop. All right, we're clear and safe. Glocks have a steeper angle here. That means you have to oftentimes feel like you're canting your wrist forward. And I will acknowledge that I'm not used to it, and it caused the wrist to feel a little more strained after like a couple hours of shooting. Don't be a wimp. It's really not that bad. We are back in the studio, and we are finally going to finish this review of the Gen 6 Glock 45 compared against my tried and true trusty Walther PDP Pro X. I've got about 1,200 rounds through this Glock, and I've got to say it has performed flawlessly throughout all of the tests. It has been a pleasure to shoot, and I've got to say, I really like it. So much so that while I skip to the conclusion, I will not be replacing my Walther for competition shooting. I am going to be adding the Glock into my rotation for everyday carry. A couple things we need to answer. Do I think the Glock is worth picking up for somebody who has a previous generation Glock? I would say yes, because I think they've made the right improvements with the improved grip texture, the improved ergonomics and rounding of it. I like the beaver tail. I know that's a point of contention. I'm a fan of it. I have not found myself utilizing this gas pedal, but I do think it's a good indexing point for when you draw the pistol, when you pick it up. It comes optic ready, optic cut, and the new flat face trigger has been great. Now, I want to say the trigger is also one of the things that I don't love about the Glock because I'm used to the Walther. The Walther PDP Pro has one of the best stock striker fire triggers on the market, if not the best. Discard all the 2011s and all that kind of stuff. Stock triggers, the Walther cannot be beat. Now, I do think the updated flat face trigger is an improvement over previous generation Glocks, but it is still a Glock trigger, and it has been one of the things that has been the hardest thing to get used to about the Glock. As I've kind of talked about in the earlier parts of the review, I would get trigger freeze using the Glock, and it's just because it's a bit squishier, it's not snappy, just it's different timing than the Walther trigger, and I'm sure I could, you know, with training overcome that and it would be less of an issue. But in general, yes, it's a nice upgrade over previous generations. No, it does not beat the Glock. I'm sorry, it does not beat out the Walther as far as a stock trigger, and we are comparing these two for that. Next question we need to answer: do you need to upgrade this Glock to make it feel like the Walther? While the stock form did shoot great, it was super reliable, it was very accurate. If you want the best out of this pistol, yes, I do think putting a comp on it, adding a nice big optic, throwing a flashlight at the front, I think that's going to make your shooting experience that much better. But none of that can substitute proper fundamentals and training with the gun regardless. So even if you add all this fun stuff on it, regardless if that's already on the Walther, which it is on the model I own, but you know, they make them without the comps, nothing's going to replace actually knowing how to use your gun with proper technique, and that'll make you a way better shooter than spending any money on any of these upgrades. Final verdict. In a head-to-head test between these two pistols, the Walther wins. I wouldn't say by a landslide, but it is my preferred platform. It's snappier. If you're shooting fast, it returns to zero quicker. And in general, I'm going to be sticking with my Walther. But I could very easily go out to a USPSA competition, take this out to the next tactical games, and it would not be the thing that's holding me back from scoring well and performing well. That's going to come down to me. That's going to come down to my skill set, my fundamentals. Both of these pistols are awesome. I'm going to stick with my Walther for now. I'm adding the Glock into my EDC because I do trust it, and I think it's a great pistol. It's just a little soft shooting for me. It's a little slow. It feels like it's kind of catching up. Both are awesome. Thank you for watching this video. Come back next time, and we'll see you again.